Does someone you love suffer from eye pressure, eye discomfort, or clouded vision? Were they told there were no other options available to them and vision loss was inevitable? This happened recently to my father-in-law, Pop Pop, who is 73 years old, and I am honored to have his blessing to share his testimony with you. Welcome to a special edition of my Throw It Out Thursday Broadcast Express, where we are flexing our label-reading gangster muscle to practice self-advocacy when faced with health challenges that can otherwise make us feel helpless. Grab your family, grab a mocktail, snuggle in. I am sharing Pop Pop's data-driven personal testimony that brought healing to yet another facet of his health journey just because he asked me, is there an oil for that? And for compliance purposes, I will preface by saying this is not medical advice. This is not a substitute for an open dialogue with your doctor. This is not a medical claim. This is not a disease claim or a claim of any kind other than sharing Pop Pop's healing journey, where I will state the facts, share the protocol, share the data, and share the outcome when he exhausted all procedures and medical options available. And this is his experience. And again, he gave his blessing for me to share it with you. First on tonight's agenda, I will quickly start out with a brief background to give you some context for how this all came to be. Next, I will provide you with the actual data directly from his appointments with his vision care specialists that we have from June to July. And by the time the broadcast is over, you will have the simple to follow two-step protocol that brought hope and healing to Pop Pop's vision health when doctors said it would never be medically possible. First, a little background for context and the protocol that I suggested. So Pop Pop started to experience eye pain and pressure over the summer, and it started to get very bad. And he has glaucoma in his right eye and had a laser procedure done to relieve the pressure from a cataract in that eye. It took 6 weeks before he saw any improvement from that, and unfortunately, that was not a procedure that can be repeated. Both his eye discomfort and his vision started to get worse, and he was afraid that blindness was inevitable. And oh, by the way, he has owned his own transportation company called LeMay Livery for decades. And you can imagine how much a visual impairment would impact his ability to do his job and serve his clients. At the end of June, his specialist delivered the disappointing news that there was nothing else they could do to improve his situation. He was flat out told his eyes will never improve, and the only thing they can do is just try to keep it from getting worse, which was painful and just not a place of sustainability. And that's when he reached out to me for help, like he did when his decades-long struggle with blood sugar balance was causing kidney failure, and I helped him completely turn his health around in 2021 and 2022. And I documented all of that for you as a reference, so just reach out if you want a link to that protocol. He asked if I had any natural tools that could help him. Of course, I said, yes, I do. Before I had Pop Pop start the vision support protocol, I also made sure to let him know that everyone's body responds differently. It could be a patient journey, not to expect to see any improvements for a while. And after 9 years of using doTERRA tools and empowering all of you, I am still blown away by the power of these oils. I suggested that he roll the Immortelle blend in circular motions around his outer eye area, never inside the eye, and I used the example of where goggles would sit if you went swimming or where glasses frames would sit on your face to keep the oils at a safe but effective distance. This helped topically drive the healing oils inside the blend right through the cellular layers and deliver support right to his eyes. And if you're not familiar with this blend, it was part of the last BOGO, and it contains frankincense and Hawaiian sandalwood, lavender, myrrh, heliochrysum, and rose. And if you refer to your Essential Life book or the app, you'll see that it specifically highlights the therapeutic properties of Immortelle for cataracts and for vision support. And I noticed this several years ago, and it's always a foundational element to what I recommend for people who experience these types of challenges. Always a reminder to use your resources. I've also observed many people over the years share their own personal testimonies about Immortelle helping with vision support. And within the last year, one of the common MetaPWR benefits people have experienced is improved vision. As you know, I am always my own guinea pig, so when I had my last annual eye exam in April of 23, my vision had improved incrementally, and the only thing that I had done differently since my last exam was add in my MetaPWR toolbox. So I suggested that Pop Pop also double up with his MetaPWR Collagen for cellular repair and support internally. He was already taking it once a day. And I've got lots of other educational posts on the collagen, so if you need, I will link that in the caption below or reach out for links for those. Well, Pop Pop's body responded very quickly, and he couldn't wait to call me and share the data that he had been keeping, and I've been itching to tell you and share with you until this video. Now, the juiciest part of the meal, the good stuff, the evidence, the proof, and the data. Pop Pop's doctor said an eye pressure of 10 or below is ideal and that a little fluctuation is totally normal. So on June 29th, his baseline eye pressure was 18 in the left eye and 41 in the right eye. This is extremely severe. On July 13th, just 3 full days of this protocol, and his eye pressure readings went from 18 to 9 in the left eye and from 41 to 29 in the right eye. Excuse me? Pardon me? Well, this is amazing. But wait, there's more. Pop Pop's next visit was July 16th, just 3 days later. His eye pressure readings went from 9 to 7 in the left eye and from 29 to 13 in the right eye. Then he called me like a kid in a candy store on July 27th with the latest update, and the pressure readings went from 7 to 9 in the left eye, which the doctor said is a totally normal level of fluctuation, and he was perfectly happy with this, and he went from 13 to 10 in the right eye. And if you recall, the doctor said anything 10 and under is normal and where you want to be. A few takeaways for you. His pain and discomfort has completely stopped and his eye pressure is maintained at a comfortable place. At his vision test on June 29th, before starting this protocol, he could only read the very top row of letters, and he was able to read 3 rows down on the vision test July 27th. Since things are now under the normal range, they wanted to see him after a month, so I will continue to keep you updated. He is so happy. We got together to celebrate with a crab feast. He was so proud to talk about his progress. He and Mimi came to Olivia's performance of Beauty and the Beast Jr., and he is grateful that he doesn't have to miss a thing. His left eye pressure reading went from 18 to 9, and his right eye pressure reading went from 41, which is so dangerously high, to 10, which is right there in the normal range, which, may I remind you, his doctor said he would never be able to do. Another pop-up protocol in the books. And while I hope vision issues never affect you or your family, if or when they do, you'll be able to come back to this as a reference with all of the tools in your wellness toolbox at the ready. Stay tuned for more content on this topic because as we get more data, I will provide you with more progress reports, and I will follow this broadcast up with a summary of the data and a little cheat sheet. I hope this helps you see that you can use your natural tools, your resources, your experiences, and lean into your trusted advisors when things come up that you need natural support for. Just like with Pop Pop, I am here holding space for you too and participating in your progress. Reach out or tap the link in my Instagram profile to get started with your doTERRA journey, or purchase either the Immortelle Roller Blend and the MetaPWR Collagen, both for 25% off, and you will have my support every step of the way. Now I want to hear from you. Do you know anyone who could benefit from this conversation? Comment below and share your thoughts on this or any of your personal experiences if you've used Immortelle or the collagen, and feel free to share this information and tag friends who would find it a valuable conversation. Little programming note, there will not be a broadcast next month as I will be in Salt Lake City at the doTERRA convention during that time, hopefully connecting with so many of you in real life. But I will see you for the first of the month broadcast, September 1st, and I will be bringing you my first impressions, my favorite broadcast of the year, my first impressions of all the new products released for the year after I've had about a month to experiment with them. So stay tuned for that broadcast, which will be streaming on demand the evening of Thursday, October 12th. And that's a wrap on broadcast number 246. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon.